This isn't Scottsdale, and it's not trying to be. No high-rise condos, no influencer brunch scene, just families, farmers, and a missile silo turned museum. Welcome to Sahuarita. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything about living in Tucson, Arizona and the surrounding areas, then subscribe below and you'll be the first to know about what's happening in and around Tucson and places like Sahuarita. My name is Kevin Wood and I've helped people make smooth moves in and out of Tucson since 2005. I was once a winter visitor and fell in love with the mild, sunny winters that Tucson and southern Arizona has to offer. So whether you're considering a visit or a move to this area in 10 days or 100 days, feel free to reach out. All of our contact information is in the description below, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Before we go into the pros and cons about Sahuarita, let's look at where it's at in relation to Tucson. We are looking south from Tucson, and Sahuarita is about half an hour drive to downtown Tucson. Even to the Tucson International Airport, it's about 30 minutes. You can see there's some pretty major landmarks around Sahuarita. Obviously, you can see around my cursor here. Sahuarita is long and narrow. So this is the northern edge of Sahuarita, and it butts up against Green Valley. We do have a video about Green Valley as well. You'll see the dark green areas. That is the pecan orchard. It's the largest pecan orchard in the world. You can also see Madera Canyon, which is a very popular hiking destination. Mount Wrightson's down here, and you can do a day hike all the way to the top of Mount Wrightson. But some other things that you'll notice about Sahuarita is you have mines on the west side of the I-19 freeway, which takes you down through Green Valley to Amado, back, and then even down to Nogales, which is the border of Mexico. You have several lines that are open here. But let's look at where is all the residential in Sahuarita. And I'm not going to spend a tremendous amount of time in this map. I'm going to bounce over and give you some close-up videos to all three of these areas. The first thing I want you to notice too right here is Rancho Sahuarita. This is a massive housing community. About 18,000 residents, roughly 6,000 homes in Rancho Sahuarita. Has a great splash pad, and I'm going to share. I have some video of all this stuff, but there's splash pad there. Splash pad is there. Sahuarita Lake, which you can fish and do some boating. I shouldn't say boating. You know, kayaking, can do that type of thing. So this is a major master plan community. The other one, you can see all these pecan orchards, which are just huge. But let's keep moving down here so you can see another really big housing community, which is Quail Creek. And this is a 55+ community. There is championship golf, tons of pickleball, home to the new Canyon Club. This is a Robeson community, so definitely upscale, and they're continuing to build in Quail Creek, and we're going to dive into this a little bit deeper. I'll show you some video of that. And then the third housing community is Madera Highlands, which is actually right next to Quail Creek, and you can see the dog park here, much closer access to Madera Canyon down here from the Madera Highlands area. And there are just some other couple things to note. There are 7 golf courses within probably 20 minutes of anywhere in Sahuarita or Green Valley. So you don't have to go all the way up to Tucson to golf. There's plenty of pickleball, and there's also, you know, a heck of a lot more options when it comes to housing as well. But those three are kind of the pillars of that Sahuarita area. So we're going to jump right into the a video about we're going to go into Rancho Sahuarita first. So let's hop into that one so you can see a little closer look at what Rancho Sahuarita has to offer. Rancho Sahuarita is a master plan community that was started in 2001 and the first homes closed in 2002. It features a 15-acre lake park which offers residents opportunity for fishing, walking, and community events. The lake is encircled by a 5-acre park with a walking path, green spaces, and an open-air amphitheater. Rancho Sahuarita also boasts the Club Rancho Sahuarita, which is a 30,000 square foot facility that includes a fitness center, kids club, and an activity park with amenities like an electric train, pedal car racetrack, and a miniature golf course. The community splash park is one of the standout features. It has 300 feet of water slides, 2 slide pools, and the iconic big bucket that drenches visitors in every few minutes. There are some additional water amenities which include a year-round heated lap pool. There's a lagoon for younger children and the flamingo splash pad, which has 12-foot tall pink flamingos that spray water from their bills. There are 15 parks in the Rancho Sahuarita area, 25 miles of paved trails, and there's over 320 annual events. Rancho Sahuarita offers a dynamic and definitely engaging environment, whether you're seeking things to do outside, community gatherings, or just a peaceful retreat. This community definitely provides a well-rounded lifestyle for a wide range of residents. Next up, we're going to take a look at Quail Creek, which is a premier 55-plus active adult community, and it is located in Sahuarita. Developed by Robeson Resort Communities, and it's a blend of luxury living with a pretty vibrant social and recreational lifestyle. At the center of it all is the brand new Canyon Club, featuring state-of-the-art fitness center, indoor pool, spa, lounge, massage rooms, game room, and a stylish outdoor terrace complete with a barbecue and pizza oven. And just down the road is the Madera Clubhouse, which offers a ballroom, billiards room, library, and coffee lounge. There's also Creative Arts and Tech Center, which hosts studios for ceramics, woodworking, painting, and a whole lot more. If you're into the outdoor stuff, Quail Creek will definitely deliver big. There's 27 holes of championship golf, driving range, and practice facilities. It's set against the Santa Rita Mountains, so it's a beautiful backdrop. There are 32 pickleball courts, lighted tennis courts, bocce ball, resort-style pool. There's miles and miles of walking paths, and there's just a whole bunch to do, so there's never a dull moment in Quail Creek. The homes range in value anywhere from about $350 up to over $1 million, with both resale and new construction. Whether you're into fitness, golf, the arts, or just enjoying the sunny Arizona mornings and weather with good neighbors, Quail Creek definitely offers a full package for active adults who are ready just to get out there and thrive. The next large master plan community on the southern end of Sahuarita is Madera Highlands. Definitely some good views out there, family friendly, and set against the backdrop of the Santa Rita Mountains. It offers a really just a good desert lifestyle with convenient access to the Gulf. There's some recreation areas nearby. Of course, Madera Canyon is not too far. Madera Highlands began in the mid-2000s, with the average home was built around 2013. The community features a variety of southwestern single-family homes, ranging from, the cozy starter type residences to very spacious family homes. They range in size anywhere from about 1,100 square feet up to about 3,500 square feet. And price range is anywhere from like $350 to $650. And there's actually new construction still happening in Madera Highlands right now. There's several reputable builders that have contributed to that community and the development of it. Meritage is the one that is continuing to build now in a neighborhood called the Arbor at Madera Highlands. There's gourmet kitchens, open concept living areas, and those types of things. And the residents enjoy a range of amenities. There's a really good community pool, playgrounds, walking and biking trails, tennis and basketball courts. There's multiple parks. And like I said earlier, the proximity to Madera Canyon and Coronado National Forest just offers additional opportunities for outdoor recreation like hiking, biking, bird watching, and things like that. Madera Highlands is located by the Sahuarita Unified School District, which makes it a really attractive option for families that are seeking quality education for their kids. And I think the best way to describe Madera Highlands is it is a blend of natural beauty, quite a few recreational amenities, convenient location, not too far away from the I-19. You're only like 30 minutes to get up to Tucson from most of the places in Sahuarita. I think it's a really compelling choice for those looking to really just kind of settle in to southern Arizona. So there you have the three major master plan communities that anchor Sahuarita. First off, we talked about Rancho Sahuarita. Here it is right here. You can see just a massive amount of homes, about 6,000 homes in Rancho Sahuarita. As you travel here down to the south, you've got Quail Creek. This is the second one we talked about. That is a Robeson community, and they are still building new properties. That is our new single-family homes. You have townhouses down there as well. That is an active adult 55-plus community. And then the third large master plan community, and there is some still building going on here as well, is Madera Highlands. And you can see the way Sahuarita's situated. We are pointing to the south. This is the I-19, which takes about half an hour to get to Tucson. We can see all those pecan orchards and things like that. But really, the three major communities that kind of anchor Sahuarita, we just talked about those. Now we're going to jump into the pros and cons of living in Sahuarita, Arizona. So let's talk about the pros and cons of living in Sahuarita. So Sahuarita definitely has a much lower crime rate than the national average, which contributes to its reputation as a safe community. It's also a very family-friendly environment. The town is known for family-oriented atmosphere with numerous parks, playgrounds, and community events that cater to residents of all ages. Another pro of living in Sahuarita is the proximity to natural resources, or attractions, I should say, like Madera Canyon. It offers tons of opportunities for hiking, bird watching, and just enjoying the outdoors. And I think another pro to mention too, affordable housing. You know, compared to Tucson, Sahuarita offers more affordable housing options, which makes it attractive for home buyers who are seeking a good value in their home purchases, and location with schools and things like that as well. So next up is the cons of Sahuarita, and I would say limited amenities. I mean, so when I'm talking about amenities, I'm talking about, you know, diverse dining options and entertainment value and venues and things like that. You're definitely gonna have to go into Tucson or even Phoenix for some of those bigger things. Another con I would say is commuting. You're gonna have to drive. I mean, there's not a whole lot of job opportunity in Sahuarita. You're gonna have to travel a little north, you know, closer to town. So maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. You have to factor in transportation costs, you know, and things like that. And the third con is healthcare access. Although there is a smaller medical facility in town, if you need specialists, or if you were to have, you know, a major health event occur, you're going to be going into Tucson for those specialized services as well. And the fourth con is education. If you look at ratings for Arizona as a whole, our schools are pretty low in the hierarchy, so to speak. But there is good private options. There are charter schools, so you do have some ways to mix that up or have some other options. But if you compare Arizona in general to like neighboring districts or neighboring states and things like that, I would say that is one of the things that might be a drawback or a con to living in Arizona if you don't go the private school route, which, again, there are options for that in Tucson. Next up, we're going to talk about the top 8 reasons why someone would choose Sahuarita over a city like Tucson. First off is newer homes and also better prices. You'll often get a much larger property for less money than you'd pay for it in the city. So that's one of the main reasons why people would choose more of a suburb than living in Tucson. Next up is master plan communities like Rancho Sahuarita. They offer like resort style living, you know, splash parks, lakes, trails, clubhouses, and events, and it's all baked into the neighborhood design. The third reason why is peace and quiet. If you're looking to escape traffic, less sirens, not as much city hustle, Sahuarita definitely offers a slower, quieter living with, you know, just more peace and quiet, to say the least. And then Again, family-friendly atmosphere. Kids can actually ride their bikes through school. They can go to the park. The community vibe here is much stronger. I talked about safety. Those scores are higher as well. And the lower crime rates, I think, is the biggest, thing with Sahuarita. If you compare it with the central Tucson neighborhoods or just Tucson in general, you're going to find a significant difference like on the Tucson Police Department website regarding what are the crime stats for Sahuarita versus Tucson. And the next up is open space. There's more mountain views. You're closer to the mountains in Sahuarita. Not in all parts of Tucson are you far from the mountains, but you're closer to Madera Canyon, which is just an amazing place to go hiking, birding, and things like that. Which leads me to the next thing, and that is, with Sahuarita, you're going to have a smaller town feel. And, those farmers markets, you're going to be probably more in tune with your neighbors because there's more community events and things like that. And the last thing, not everyone loves HOAs, but an HOA is actually there to preserve your home's value. And you're getting more for your dollar with the HOAs in Sahuarita. You're getting pools, the gyms, these full activity calendars where you actually go and engage with your neighbors or engage with your friends and things like that. And that's a huge difference compared to the way newer HOAs are set up for these newer master plan communities compared to what they used to do, 20, 30, 40 years ago with homeowners associations. Sahuarita isn't the flashiest suburb around Tucson, but that's actually the draw. You're not paying Oro Valley prices, you're not dealing with the congestion and the growth of Marana, and you're not going to be quite as remote as Vail. And unlike Green Valley, you don't have to be retired to live there. So what you get instead is a newer master plan town that still has some room to grow. The homes are affordable, the neighborhoods are definitely organized, and it's clean. Rancho Sahuarita was built for families. It's packed with parks, trails, and events. Quail Creek brings in the active adult crowd. Madera Highlands sits on kind of the edge closer to the mountains and a little bit quieter out there. And there's not a ton of nightlife or high-end shopping here. And if you need a specialist for healthcare or a big box store, you're still going to have to travel to Tucson. But for a lot of people, that's a fair trade for more space, a newer home, and a quieter street. So if you want the in-between, something not too far, not as busy, and not quite as expensive, Sahuarita definitely sits on that sweet spot.